The first thing that came to mind with how I take care of myself is adult slumber parties.
I just love like the sleepover aspect of it too. Just being like, we're not going to spend an afternoon together. We're going to literally spend the night together, wake up, eat, have coffee, and like ease back into the responsibilities of our lives. I'm interested in knowing how you take care of yourself.
Well, obviously the answer is not take care of everybody else before you then take care of yourself. But that's, no surprise, probably how I take care of myself most of the time. But when I was looking up what topics you were having call-ins about, the first thing that came to mind with how I take care of myself is adult slumber parties. And by that, I mean slumber parties with my 40-plus-year-old friends.
Tell me everything.
Yeah.
Tell me everything. Okay.
So I would say once a month, me and my 3 best girlfriends, we have a slumber party. We come over in the early to late afternoon. My friend Suzanne generally hosts because she has a nice house with plenty of space for all of us, and also no children to bother us. And so
honestly, that is clutch. That's clutch. You could try to do it with them home. It's not going to be very relaxing.
It's not going to be very fun. And so we just like immediately get into our pajamas if we aren't already in our pajamas when we arrive. And we turn on trashy TV, whatever, doesn't matter. We order takeout. We have edibles and maybe a cocktail. And then we just stay up and like chat on the couch. And then in the morning, we wake up and order breakfast, have coffee together. And then we disperse back to, our respective lives.
Back to real life.
Back to real life. I think the reason that this is my my must-have self-care, and what I've started to do recently, is when we are at our slumber party, I say, okay, great. Everybody get out their calendar. When's the next one? Because it's like
genius.
This has been one of the like best things for my mental health. Just escaping from like any responsibilities that we might have. And just for, 16 hours, we are free to do nothing and just be with each other and have, if we want to have deep conversations, we can. If we just want to immerse ourselves in whatever reality TV show of the moment, we can. But it's like the most quality time because nobody's in a rush to leave or like go back to anything. We know that we have all night to just hang out together. And that feels like, in a way, like regaining some of the freedom that you have when you're young and you don't have a job. You don't have bills to pay. And like, all you have to do is just like build relationships and spend time with your friends, right?
Yeah. Thanks for Asking is a podcast about life, about all kinds of things. We take listener calls, we read books, we do all kinds of stuff because life is complicated and so are people. You can get full episodes of Thanks for Asking on my Substack, which is linked in the description. One of my friends, Kate, had said she didn't realize, when she was younger, even though like we know it, right? Like we're like, oh, someday my life won't be like this, but it's hard to conceive of. She just said essentially that she had taken it for granted that she would always have this kind of unlimited time to live with and spend with girlfriends.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I did too.
Yeah. And like, I think that women, especially, like, we know how important those female friendships are, especially because like our partner cannot be everything to us, our co-parent, our romantic love, our best friend, our financial partner, fill in all of the blanks, right? And so like we need all of these multifaceted like relationships to be whole people.
Yeah.
And we need to rely on others to fill our cup, not just our partner, right? Like that's not fair to your partner.
Yeah, it's not fair to you either.
It's not
because
fair to you
I
either.
mean, no one will ever give me the same feeling as one of my girlfriends brushing my hair or playing with my hair. I've had every boy I've ever been involved with, man, I guess, try to play. They don't know how to do it. They do not know how to do it properly. It does not give me the same like frisson or however they say it, whatever it means.
So
it does
true.
not do the same thing for me as just the feeling of like one of my girlfriends playing with my hair while we watch garbage TV. That is a holy and sacred thing that is unfair for me to expect from my husband and unfair to me for him to even attempt, honestly.
True. It's not going to be a happy situation for anyone.
No, I'm like, that's not how you do it. You're pulling it. No. Softer, but also harder. I don't know how to explain it. Either get it or you don't. This is, so I would have never guessed this in a million years, but I love it. And I especially love when you said that you don't leave the sleepover that you're at without making sure you have another one on the books. And I think that is also a key part of maintaining our relationships with other people, is making sure we're like getting another one on the books right away.
Exactly. I mean, I feel like, I was recently diagnosed with ADHD. I am almost 40. And the stress and anxiety that I would feel when I was like, I don't know when I'm going to see my friends. I'm kind of an extrovert, but I also like my time to myself. But like, if I don't have that quality time with my friends, I start to feel like a shell of a human. And the stress of like, oh, they're really busy. I don't want to bother them. Or, all the stories that we tell ourselves about our friends who we love and want to spend time with. I think just like saying, okay, I'm not going to leave this room until I know when I'm going to see you guys next, because that way I don't have to worry about like, oh gosh, 3 months went by and we haven't spent time together. Right. Life gets busy and we can like very easily just push things aside, or our calendars don't line up. We've seen all the memes about like, when are you available? How about 6 months from now? And so I think
I've got 14 really minutes available.
Yeah. Do you want to grab coffee?
Between these two other things that I don't even want to do.
Yeah, like, exactly.
Yeah. I love this. I just love like the sleepover aspect of it too. Just being like, we're not going to spend an afternoon together. We're going to literally spend the night together, wake up, eat, have coffee, and like ease back into the responsibilities of our lives. That was a little excerpt from Thanks for Asking. If you want full episodes, audio and video, you can go to the link in our description.